Hey friends, Dr. Nixon here. Hope you're ready for the next healthy habit. This one's all about optimization of biomarkers. Fancy way of saying testing, lab testing, and understanding what is happening in your body. This is what I'm really passionate about. I got my degree in functional medicine several years ago, and it has been so helpful to help patients dial in and understanding what's going on in my body, right? I can get better data. Better data helps me make better decisions. So there's a hierarchy in which it goes. I'll walk you guys through this. Find yourself a good primary doctor first. Primary will run bare bone, basic labs. A good doctor is not one that knows everything, but one that's willing to get you answers. Or send you to someone who can get you answers. So primary doctor is number one. From there, you'll find yourself at an integrative doctor. In town, in Winston-Salem, I like Robin Hood Integrative Health. I think they do a fantastic job. They are going to run a plethora, so a lot more than your primary doctor will run. They will run more labs, more blood tests. From there, if you're still hitting walls, still hitting rough patches, and you're like, okay, what do I do next? Then you find yourself a functional medicine doctor. That's step number 3. A functional medicine doctor usually has niched into a specific lane. For instance, for me, I do gut health and hormones, men and women hormones. So if you've done your primary, went to integrative, got better, got a little bit better, still hitting walls, you're still like, there's something going on, I'm still missing something, what is it? In the functional medicine space, you'll see a lot more stool testing, a lot more saliva testing, and a lot more urine testing. You can get better data. Better data gives you better decision-making skill. So find yourself a good primary. Your primary is going to run your CBC, your CMP. You're going to ask them to run D3. You're going to ask them to run CRP. Let me back up. D3, it's your vitamin D3, 25-OH. Hydroxy, it's a decent biometric marker to see where your vitamin D is. Optimizing that, there's good research. It can help a lot of different things. Over 200 of your genetics uses vitamin D3. A lot of those are in your white blood cells. CRP, HS, high sensitivity. CRP is traditionally a cardiovascular inflammation marker. It will pick up inflammation in your body and give us a metric. That number should be very close to 0. You're going to ask them to run B12. B12 is good for your brain, good for your nervous system. You're going to ask them to run B6. You're going to ask them to run homocysteine. Homocysteine is going to help you look at the larger picture of your methylation or your detox pathways. High homocysteine oftentimes is a result of inflammation processes. Oftentimes it can be a result of high MTHFR genetic mutation and having a really hard time with the methylation cycle. You're going to ask them to run ESR, sed rate, as well. These are just little metrics, biomarkers that they normally maybe wouldn't run. Most of the primary doctors wouldn't run, but you can ask them. And if they say yes, thumbs up. If they say no, go find an integrative doctor. You're going to ask them to run a full lipid panel, cardiovascular lipid panel. You're going to ask them to run Lipo Protein B. If they look at you and go, I don't know what that is, you're going to look at them and say, that's okay, I'm going to find an integrative doctor. Lipo Protein B is right now the new metric for predicting cardiovascular events, heart attacks and strokes. Getting that number down quickly and aggressively has been shown to reduce the risk. When you're in the high percentiles of lipoprotein B, you have a very high risk of cardiovascular events. It's way better metric than simply HDLs, LDLs, and VLDLs. Although I like those, lipoprotein B is a lot better metric now for that. So biomarkers, get your labs done, get your yearly labs done. Your insurance probably covers something. If it doesn't, get them done, pay out of pocket. Like, there's ways to do this now. But if you're not getting biomarkers, you're leaving a lot on the table. Your blood wants to tell you a story. Your blood wants to tell you how your liver is functioning, how your pancreas is functioning, what your kidneys are doing. And then when you start going layers deeper and asking better questions because you're asking for better labs, then you start getting really dialed into taking care of your health. And then once you get past that and you're ready for functional medicine, You can look at gut, you can look at hormones, you can look at pathogens. There's so many layers to that. Optimizing genetic expression is a whole nother layer after that. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. Healthy habit for the day, optimizing your biomarkers. If you need help finding a good primary doctor, integrative doctor, let us know. We have resources, but there are a lot of good people in town. And so all you have to do is simply equip yourself with a little bit of education, knowing what labs to ask for and why, right? Because they're going to want to know why, and then asking for them. And then on the other side, all you're looking for is the doctor to say, hey, that's a great idea. I will run that. All right, bless you guys. See you next time.